This story begins with $1,000. $1,000 I could spend anywhere. And what did I spend it on? Well, more keyboards. Right about now, you're probably wondering, how did you get $1,000? Is there any context to this? Can I have $1,000? Can I have a free keyboard, please? Well, no, but also maybe. Howdy, hey, I'm Hipyo Tech, and leave a comment of what you would spend $1,000 on. I'm very intrigued. And press the subscribe button. It's free. Okay. Keeps for All hit me up. They said you have $1,000, but there's a twist. You have to spend it on our marketplace, which means only used keyboards? Wait, what? If I have $1,000 to spend on a keyboard, where do I even start? What do I even buy? What's going on? Oh, well, I'm so glad you're here. I'm gonna help you out. In order to build a keyboard, we need a few things. First, a keyboard. Second, keycaps. Third, switches. And fourth, question mark. So let's get started. Disclaimer, $1,000 is way too much to spend on a keyboard. It's really excessive. Probably don't do this, but enjoy the video. It's gonna be really entertaining and it's gonna sound good. So first things first, Keeps for All has sponsored this video so that I could take a look at their Keeps for All marketplace. What is that, you might ask? Well, let's get into that. No, this isn't a sponsor read. I'm giving you backstory to the video. The Keeps for All marketplace is kind of like eBay, but just for keyboards. You can browse a bunch of keyboard parts and buy them from other people in a way that's much safer than just Mech Market, as they act as a middleman. Now, I'm building a whole keyboard here, so the first thing I need is, well, of course, a keyboard. Where do I start? There's so many choices. Well, I want to go with a keyboard that looks cool and also might sound cool. Why do we want it to sound cool? Because we're Hipyo Tech, and that's like our whole entire shtick. We literally make videos about that every time. Anyways, after a bit of browsing, I found the Sangeo, the Baby Shark do keyboard, and I picked it out for one specific reason. The sound is gonna be really good. No other reason here. Nothing else going on here. So, anyways, I bought the keyboard and waited a couple weeks for it to get here. You're probably wondering about the other parts, and we'll get to those soon. But first, I was a little bit curious to see what this keyboard was like, as remember, we bought it used. This has touched somebody else's hands, and now it touches mine. God, don't make it weird. So it was packaged up, I guess, as nice as I could hope for, and they kept the foams in these spare little bags. Which, that's good. Foams in spare bags, they aren't gonna get torn during shipping or anything. And why are there 4 switches in it? Well, I'll get to that later. Sadly, they didn't include any snacks with the keyboard, but I guess that wasn't really in the listing. I just wanted a snack. Maybe I'm gonna have to make some pizza soon. But let's talk a little bit about the keyboard. Not too much, just a little bit. You know, you're probably interested. You're like, this guy's spending $1,000 on a keyboard. What's the keyboard, you know? Well, this is a 65% keyboard, meaning that it keeps the arrow keys but gets rid of the F row because we don't need that where we're going. Actually, I kind of like the F row. But it's made out of aluminum, and it's currently not purchasable from any other means except used. What I found actually really interesting is that it originally sold for $395 US, and I got it for $420.69, which is not much of a premium at all. Now, is that because this keyboard wasn't that hyped and was a little bit lackluster? Maybe, but look, it's got a shark on the back. That's kind of cool. Sharks are cool. It's not a hippo, but it's something. This is a nice little aluminum weight. I think it's aluminum, and it's coated, so that's cool. No, actually, the weight is brass, not aluminum, sorry. But the board is aluminum and overall looks really clean, so I'm excited for the aesthetics of this board at the very least. I only really looked up a little bit of info on the board, and I saw Andy dancing around in a shark suit, and then I got scared and stopped looking up info on this. Anyways, with my handy dandy magic wow stick, link in the bottom left, as I'm testing a new YouTube feature. Yep, you heard that right, bottom left. That's not the comments or description. Bottom left of the video, it's a view products button, check it out. And we revealed the fact that this board has already gotten its gaskets installed. That's freaking, I am so happy. You're probably thinking, what are gaskets and what is installing? Well, these little bits of foam or rubber or something have been stuck to the top and bottom of the case. This will hopefully allow for a more dampened typing experience, possibly a more flexible typing experience, but I'm kind of doubting it based on the feel of these gaskets. But maybe one benefit of buying it used is I didn't have to put those in myself. Now you're probably thinking, Hipyo, what the heck are you doing? What are these green and pink neon things? Why are they in your keyboard? Well, those are all incredibly valid questions and I respect you for asking them, but they're stabilizers. I forgot to buy stabilizers and I lubed them and installed them and ignore them for the rest of the video. Thank you. they told me to buy a keyboard, keycaps, and switches. I didn't think stabilizers were a part of this. I messed up. Now, I like really muted keyboards, so I'm gonna be installing the foam in between the plate and PCB. Yeah. Now, I bought all of these parts over the course of about a month or so as I was just shopping around for whatever I thought was the most interesting. And originally, I bought Oil Kings as they're incredibly hyped and people say they are Pogger's champion. However, the cool thing about Keeps for All's marketplace is that it changes constantly as more people post stuff. Now, personally, I thought Oil Kings were a bit too heavy, and I found these lubed and filmed JWICKs for only 45 bucks for 100. Like the deal shopper in me was like, oh, I gotta get these. I love sales so much. Now, lubing switches takes hours, and being able to access people that have pre-lubed switches, that's pretty great. And not having to pay that much of a premium for it, even better. It is worth noting that Keeps for All can't scrutinize every single person that's posting lube switches on there, so they might not be the most consistent at lubing them, maybe their application isn't that great, or in my case, these were actually really fantastic. Now, JWICKs are already really good stock, so they kind of don't need to be lubed and filmed, but I figured, the extra effort's probably worth it for that extra 3% better sound, so let's go with it. Speaking of extra effort, I don't need to spend extra effort, so I'm using Magic to put these switches on. There you go. Oh yeah, this board is also hot swap, so I don't have to solder. Look at that, that's freaking awesome. No soldering required. But you know what is required? Sustenance to maintain my mortal coil. So I'm gonna have to go upstairs and make a pizza now. No, this isn't an ad segment. This is me just wanting to make a pizza. Oh my gosh, they have risen. Oh no. Eat thick. That's a thick pizza guy. Okay. So, you watch the Hipyo Tech channel. You know that I build keyboards, but did you know I also build pizzas, or I'm trying to build pizzas? Yeah, those are my sourdough pizza builds, and I've lubed them up with olive oil. And now I'm just gonna use a little bit of dry lube, aka flour, and spread out my dough on my little pizza thing. Now, when I said I make pizzas, I am not experienced in making pizzas. I try my best, and I fail a lot. Hey, I'm talking here. Now, I'm gonna be building a margarita pizza here, so I'm gonna need some olive oil first. Oh, now a little fun fact about Papa Hipyo here. I am allergic to garlic and onions, so I am using garlic and onion free sauce from Sprouts. Thank you, Sprouts. Love ya. Now, when building a pizza, you want to make sure to only put on as much sauce as you want and not more than that. And then, wait, that's kind of straightforward. And then you spread it around, you know? Also, do you want to see me get a 3rd-degree burn? Then keep watching. Next, you got to assert your dominance on the mozzarella by slapping it repeatedly, and then you peel off chunks of it, and then put it all over your pizza, however much you want. This is not, you know, it's not like a lubing thing where less is more. I think this is the opposite, where more is more. On this episode of Can I Get It? Onto my pizza stone. Here we go. No. And now, the segment you've been waiting for. Hipyo tries to peel pizza off of a pizza peel for an egregiously long amount of time. Why is he still doing this? Why doesn't he just... Why is he burning the pizza? He's literally going to set his house on fire. He's still going for it. He could have just retreated and added more flour. Yet look at him. He's still going. Wow, he did it. Let's not set off the smoke alarm. I think we might have. Oop. Look at how they massacred my boy. Okay, it might be done, but is it good? Let's find out. Oh, sheesh. Ah, ow. Oh, 1st-degree burn. Let's go. Oh no, oh, what a disaster. Oh gosh, oh. I don't really know how burn degrees work because I got a marketing degree, but that hurt really bad. But hey, look at my pizza. He's misshapen, and how does he taste? That's pretty good. Oh right, we were building a keyboard. Yeah, I hope you liked the pizza segment. If you want more pizza segments, then leave a comment and a subscribe, and maybe I'll make a whole cooking video. Thank you. Anyways, we got the JWICKs in, and this board is looking really pretty if you ignore the stabilizers that I told you to ignore earlier, so hopefully you're still doing that. Now, similar to a student's attention span during the last week of class, I'm gonna have to get this finished, otherwise you guys are gonna watch a different video. I know that literally makes no sense. I did not have the attention span to write a funnier joke. Anyways, for the keycaps, I decided to just search GMK. My biggest gripe about GMK is that they take 1 to 2 years to fulfill any of the keycap sets that they buy. They're a manufacturer, if you don't know that. And they make some of the most popular keycap sets, but if you can't get them without waiting 2 years, that sucks. That's dumb. Watch my video on that in the top right. I literally made a song about it. Anyways, I decided to get GMK Modern Dolch 2. Now, by any means, $210 is not really a reasonable price to pay for keycaps, but that's what the resale market is, and I would rather pay a premium than wait 2 years for this specific set. But if you don't want to pay that much money, then there are... What are these... Oh, you pay 200 bucks and your keycaps look like they got hit by a truck on the way to you? This isn't Keeps for All's fault. This is GMK's terrible trays. But let me just put this back on and forget about it. And wait, where'd my keycaps go? Where did they go? No! Oh, they were on the keyboard the whole time. Magic, that's crazy. So GMK keycaps are double shot ABS, and they tend to sound clacky. So I imagine this board is going to sound overall quite clacky, and some people might like that, some people might not like that. But you know, you got to try new things to see if you like them. Now, if you're doing the math at home, you might have done the math at home and realized I did not spend $1,000. You're doing like $420.69 plus $210 plus $45. That's like 600-ish. And yeah, honestly, it's hard to justify spending $1,000 on a keyboard, and really the true $1,000 is the friends we made along the way. It's just not worth it. But let's check out the gasket performance. It's lackluster at best, but at least it's something. And let's at least plug it in to make sure that it works, because we haven't done that. Oh, RGB, Epic Gamer Time. Let's go. Okay, it's worth it. $400, totally worth it. Yep. Now, overall thoughts. Let's see. I spent 600-ish bucks. Does this keyboard feel like it's worth 600-ish bucks? Not really. But I also got something else. What did I get, you might ask? You might be curious. I'm unwrapping it right now. I did purchase it also from the Keeps for All marketplace. And this is the type of thing I feel like it's the most useful for. Now, you get a bonus keyboard this video, and you know what? If you stuck around this long, you also get a bonus howdy hey. So there you go, howdy hey. The bonus keyboard this video is the Mercurio? I'm having a hard time, but it's a 40%, and it's originally 65 bucks. Now, these usually go for 145 build. I spent 185 build. It was the only one available at the time, and now there's cheaper ones available. Anyways, that's how I use the extra budget. I got 2 keyboards, hehe. This keyboard, however, arrived fully soldered, and normally all those diodes at the top you have to solder in yourself, and it takes hours. Also has creams, haha, Tifu. This is a 40% if I didn't mention that before, and I don't think I'm gonna enjoy typing on it at all. But look at this, in the top right, look at it, soak it up, soak him up. The faster you type, the more he does those little bongo things. It's a bongo cat words per minute counter worth every penny. And yeah, I was right. I tried typing on it. The split spacebars really messed me up. I did not type on this very well at all. So we learned a couple things this video. Number 1, the GMK is overpriced and probably not worth buying at resale. Number 2, this keyboard sounds pretty good, but you haven't learned that yet. Haha. And number 3 is that if you make pizza, try not to burn yourself, because that hurts. If you want to check out Keeps for All Marketplace, I'll leave a link down in the description. You can use code Hipyo to save 5% on basically anything on Keeps for All. Bye!